Here, Brian Harris along with Jeff Ivey, and here is the kick, and it's going to bounce at about the 12, picked up around the 10, go across the 15, the 20, and then hit and then thrown back big time, and still on his feet, but finally they call it dead way back at the 19 or should be 24-yard line, and that's where the Grizzlies will have it, Jeff, but they are trailing 29-0 with 9:03 to go here in this second quarter.
Fourth possession now of the game for McMinnville. They've averaged starting, Brian, on the 23-yard line, so they're right at their average spot, basically. It's been a tough uphill battle in this first quarter and 3 minutes. They did have a sustained drive going, but a couple mistakes, and they ended up not scoring. Kane Sullivan in the backfield again. Takes a high snap once again and hands, oh no, he keeps it. Runs around the right end and is going to roll forward to about the 29-yard, between the 28 and the 29-yard line is where they're going to put the ball. So about 4 yards on the play. And really right now, you want to come out of this game, Brian. It's starting to get away. You want to come out of this game with no injuries. This is what's going to be important. You want to execute still. You're not giving up, but at the same time, want to make sure that you've come out of this game because you still got 3 winnable games coming up here in the league play.
Oh, definitely. As they hand off and nowhere to go, this Sherwood defense just kind of plugging up that middle pretty easily there. But you're right, Jeff, because you can't count it out because there's a lot of season left to go in the season. And now what do? What do you get some of the younger guys some time?
Well, the problem is those younger guys, they're just Sherwood hasn't substituted anybody out. They're still with their starters, so those starters would just really you could potentially injure some of those younger guys. So you want to wait until Sherwood maybe starts substituting, Brian. As we have something happen here. Looks like Ty Tomlin wants to take a timeout and talk to his McMinnville team.
And we'll go ahead and keep it right here, right now. Our score is 29-0, and Jeff, it's one of those things. You're right though. You don't have a Sherwood team that brought a lot of people. They brought a few more than normal.
Yeah.
However, you want to make sure that you keep these guys fresh. You want to keep them going. You also want to keep Kane Sullivan healthy for next time too.
Yeah, he as Kane goes, so does this offense in a lot of respects. And coming in, he's the leader in rushing and of course passing as the quarterback. But he's the leader rusher on the team as well. So he's Mr. Do It All for this offensive side of the football. And don't want to aggravate whatever he might have going on with that leg. Looks like he came up limping early in the game. Looks like that's gone. So maybe it was just a little cramp or something. But don't want to harp on that too much. But Sherwood has just got a lot of speed on the field, Brian. And McMinnville's having a hard time dealing with it right now.
As they come out here, just a reminder that we'll be back in action on Thursday night this week on the road. We'll be at Glencoe, and so we'll bring you all the action here on YamHillToday.com on Thursday night. So be prepared for that.
I am.
Okay, I'm ready too. As Sullivan drops back, he throws across the center, and it is caught, and it's going to be incomplete now. And then we have a flag coming in, and the receiver did get hit as he caught the ball, and that's when the flag came flying in, Jeff.
I'm almost wondering if that's like a targeting play right there, Brian. The way that cornerback was kind of like a missile. Hope, though, I can't tell what wide receiver that is laying down on the ground, but I hope he's okay as Ty Tomlinson starts walking out on the field.
Ty Tomlin is heading out there. With 7:42 to go here in the second quarter, it is 29-0. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back with more action right after this. If you're looking for a financial advisor located here in McMinnville, Bethany A. Blinn has you covered. She has a holistic approach and understands what is most important to you, using an established process to build personalized strategies and partnering with you throughout your life to help keep you on track. Her investment philosophy is a long-term approach with an emphasis on quality, durability, historical context, and common sense. Give Bethany at Edward Jones a call at 503-472-0555. And go Grizzlies! as we come back here, and they do an inside handoff there. Sorry, we had some audio things we're just trying to work on, and I think we got them back up now.
I think that was Wyatt Ferguson on the carry there, Brian, and wow. They put the ball at the 7, so 16 yards on the carry for Wyatt.
Wow.
It must be fun to be a running back / wide receiver on this team because a lot of different guys get the ball. A lot.
Yeah, they really they're giving it to anybody and everybody right now, and we'll see what happens here as they are just running downhill. Now they're going to throw, and they're looking. Now he's directing traffic, going to be flushed out. Still has some time. Now he's going to follow some blockers right up the middle and going to go. Trips into the end zone. Touchdown.
That's coming back too, Brian.
Yeah.
Let's say blindside block, whatever you want to call it, crackback block, clip, something. It was incredibly, personal foul, blindside block. It was nasty. That opened up the running lane for the quarterback. But, the penalties haven't seemed to bother Sherwood tonight, so just back them up a little bit.
That is true. Oh, what can you do? As they drop back now to the 22-yard line.
First and goal from the 22.
They've been very distracting here tonight, this offense.
Yes.
It's been fun to watch.
It has been.
However,
but I'm tired of it.
Exactly.
I'm tired of watching it.
As Sherwood's going to call a timeout with 5:36 to go. We'll keep it right here. And
this is one of those timeouts that a coach may take to get his team's attention. Like, come on, guys, stop it. Stop these dumb penalties. There's been a couple in a row. Play our game, and, we score touchdowns pretty easily so far tonight. So, time for coach to do a little something maybe to fire his team up and get them stop playing laissez-faire almost.
You're talking about Sherwood?
Yes.
Okay,
yeah.
They're up 29-0.
Yeah, I know, but they've had 2 touchdowns called back on this drive because of penalties. So.
And they had a couple callbacks.
Yes.
We won't even talk about that.
No, let's not.
Hey, at halftime, we're going to have scores from around the state for you. That'll be fun.
That'll be exciting. I don't want to do stats.
One side will be pretty easy, unfortunately. But we can talk to you about games that are happening. There were games yesterday. Tiger losing to Lake Ridge, and that had an interesting storyline. Yeah, very nice. We'll talk about that maybe at halftime. We'll talk about South Salem taking on my McNary Celtics and see how the Saxons do there. And we'll go around the state and also see what's going on. So make sure you stay tuned for the... What was that?
An earthquake?
I don't know. Oh, maybe one of the coaches. Okay, here we go. Back to action. We'll talk about that later, too. Here we go. They're looking to the right. Now they're going to flush out, and he's got some running room. Directing traffic again, and then he just kind of flings himself forward across the 10-yard line down to the 9, and it's going to be a nice run there, and it's going to be close to a first down, Jeff.
Well, that's the second time in a row, Brian. He scored on that very same play where he rolled out to the left side of the offense looking to pass and then saw that the right side, nobody was home. So he turned and ran the other way, and that's a nice 13-yard pickup on first and goal from the 22.
Yeah, I'll correct myself. It is first and goal now. Second and goal now. It was first and goal, so they have to get in. Now it's cut down to the 9. And they're going to look. They're going to do a handoff, and it's going to go around the right side, breaks another tackle, and goes in for the touchdown. I see no flags on the field. That's been the biggest stoppage of scoring for them tonight. And, there was none there, and they are going to extend this lead now 35-0 with 4:46 to go.
Yeah, just off the right side to the short side of the field. That time was Wilson Medina with his first touchdown of the night, Brian. 5 carries, 59 yards, and a touchdown. Not too bad.
Nope, as Domingo comes out to kick the extra point. Snap is good. The kick is up, and the kick is good as well. 4:46 left to go in the second quarter. It is Sherwood 36. McMinnville, nothing. Don't go away. You're watching the McMinnville Game of the Week here on YamhillToday.com.
At Willamette Valley Orthopedics and Sports Medicine,
Their orthopedic surgeons specialize in diagnosing, preventing, and treating disorders and injuries that affect muscles, tendons, nerves, ligaments, bones, joints, and other connective tissues. Willamette Valley Orthopedics and Sports Medicine strive to give you the highest quality of care with the most up-to-date orthopedic surgical techniques and non-operative treatments to help you get back into doing the things you enjoy. Their goal is to help you live your life to the fullest. Give them a call at 503-435-4520. Willamette Valley Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. As we come back here to action, as the Grizzlies trail 36-0, and here we go for the kickoff here. Still in the second quarter, Jeff.
Yes,
Here's the kick. It is going to be long, and it's going to go at about the 5-yard line. It's like he almost didn't even pick it up, and maybe down to the 9. Kind of fooled the camera guy out as he went into the end zone, but Grizzlies will have it. And, Jeff, there's still a lot of time left here.
There it is. And you know, Brian, that when it rains, it pours, that slogan kind of feels like that a little bit for McMinnville now as the snowball that Sherwood pushed off the cliff and started down the hill really starting to gain some momentum right now.
When do we start the running clock?
Halftime.
Okay. Just checking.
Yeah.
It's a rule we have to talk about.
We do.
Because it's the, fourth game we've had it.
Yes.
Right?
3 for the good guys.
Yeah. And then, yeah. So it's definitely something to think about. We will have a running clock to start the second half here. As they look, and they throw over the head of the intended receiver.
Let's have a caveat. When McMinnville goes down and scores, it'll be under 35 points at halftime.
There you go.
Look at me.
Look at you. Who's working with me? Mr. Optimistic over there. I throw him the finger, and he's all happy. Nice. That's weird.
It's good times.
You just know I don't have to hang out with you tomorrow.
No, I don't.
There's no home game, no Beaver game.
There is no Beaver game.
Well, there is a Beaver game.
Yeah, you want to leave at 6?
a.m.
Yes.
Here we go, a little drop off here, and it's going to be caught and go across the 25, the 30, and then taken down. Nick Gibson with a nice little run there, and a nice little play there by the Grizzlies.
Yeah, that was that a pass play, I think, wasn't it? Yeah, I was going to say. I thought he dumped it off just over the top.
Yeah.
But that is a good play out. What do they mark that? 35-yard line.
35,
so 25
we'll take it.
yards. I hate to say it, but that gets them into positive yardage for the game.
That's good.
Barely.
We want to be there, right?
Yes, we do.
We're not going to drive to Cal tomorrow.
We're not?
No, we're not.
All right. We've already been to the Bay Area once this year.
Once is enough, don't you think? There we go. And they throw across the middle once again, and it's almost caught here. Pass intended for, is that Seahaver, or was that Blanco?
Yeah.
Blanco, okay.
I think Blanco might have heard the footsteps of the left side safety, Jalen Moore, coming because that play was definitely there, that little inside slant move. The ball was on his hands, but I think he might have saw out of the corner of his eyes a player flashing in front of him.
Yeah, it's good. Sorry, just doing.
Yep. Sullivan in the backfield. 2 wide receivers on the far side. Takes a snap, hands it off to the running back. That's going to be Hayden Church is going to get maybe 2 yards. Maybe they're going to put it. Yep, going to give him to the 37. So 2 yards on the play. For Church, his second carry of the night for 5 yards.
As the Grizzlies, Jeff, would love to put some points on here.
Yeah.
And just trying to get the momentum going and try to get some, just an idea like, hey, we're not out of this.
Yeah.
But we need to score this possession.
We do. 3rd down and 8 now.
So they will get the ball come in the second half. And they drop it back. They throw across the center, and it is caught. Caught inside the territory and then taken down at the 30-yard line. A nice job there. A quick slant play, I believe. And a good job there by the Grizzlies and Kane Sullivan to connect to his receiver.
Well, Carson Thomas, his first reception of the year, Brian, couldn't have come at a better time as just streaking down the middle of the field and puts it down at the 30-yard line. So a pickup of 33 on the play.
Here we go, 2:57 to go. Grizzlies finally getting the offense going a little bit. Here is a little bobble on the handoff, and Sullivan's going to be taken back. I thought he was going to hand it off, and he is taken down in the backfield. And, there comes that defense coming to the rescue once again. Kylian Edelman once again with the sack, our sophomore.
Yeah. He's pretty quick, huh?
Yeah.
Starting on the defensive front for Sherwood as McMinnville. I thought they had a slightly injured lineman, but he's going to stay in the game, showing some toughness. But 7-yard loss there by Sullivan again.
Well, with 2:17, I guess the Grizzlies would try to see what they can do, Jeff, as it's now going to be second and about 20. They have to get to the 20-yard line, so maybe 17 as they draw back. Sullivan has some time, and he throws it on the far side, and it is intercepted. It is inside the 20, and it's taken by Evan Morris with the interception. He just threw that one up for grabs on the far side.
Yep, he did. I think he wanted his receiver to go a little bit deeper than what he did, and what looked like a promising drive for McMinnville ends in a turnover on the interception tonight.
Yeah, that's too bad because you finally had your offense moving a little bit and getting things going and trying to figure it out. And unfortunately, they could not end up converting and putting some points on the board. Hey, I want to say thank you. Our producer back there at Command Central, Jackie and Maya, doing the work as always. So thank you so much. And we come back to action. They're going to throw, Jeff. They're looking. They throw a long bomb here in the near side or in the middle of the field. It is caught. It is caught there by Morris once again. He just went up for it and said, no, it's mine. And he comes down with the reception.
35 yards on the pass play. Two big plays in a row for Morris.
And Morris, one offense, one defense.
Yeah.
He can catch the ball thrown by either quarterback.
He can. That's his third reception for 102 yards.
And they're on the 40 for the interception too, right?
And we got something here. The other thing about Morris is he's a big wide receiver, Brian. 6'3", 185. McMinnville doesn't have anybody in that secondary that can come even close to that. Yeah. As Sherwood, if there's one thing you can take away from this game so far, this first half for Sherwood, it's the penalties. That's another 5-yarder right there. They lined up in the illegal formation, and that's their 8th penalty now, Brian, for 65 yards. Yeah.
And how many for the Grizzlies?
A goose egg.
There you go.
That's
positive.
That is very positive.
We'll take it. 1:25 and counting to go here in the first half. Sherwood leading 36-0. And they are still going for it, Jeff. All guns a-blazing right now. There goes bad snap, and they're going to go, and they're going to pick it up, and maybe he's going to run to the right. Looking, throws it. Yeah, exactly. Gets it, and all that. They get a yard, and then a flag comes flying in.
Well, look where number 55 is walking from. When I noticed him walking, he was at the 38-yard line. By the time you might have saw him, he's at the 40. That's an illegal lineman downfield by about 8 yards to start. Yeah, there's another illegal lineman downfield. And, again, that's because of that fumble snap in the backfield. Yeah. He didn't realize what was going on behind him and wanted to get downfield to block. So back him up 5 more yards.
And when you have linemen who can pretty much just bust through,
yes,
they're busting through.
They are.
Good or bad, they're doing it. And, we have 1:08 to go. Let's see what they can do now. It trips over on the far side. They are putting some more pressure. Even though they're having some trouble moving the ball. And there is the handoff. And I think Nibby did fall over his own feet there as he goes to the ground from the turf monster, and it's a loss.
That's exactly what I was going to say. I will credit the turf monster with a tackle on that play. Didn't look like it was going to go very far as McMinnville looked to be in good position to defend that one. But a loss of 2 on that play. So 2nd and 22.
39 seconds to go. Let's see. They might decide just to do a nice little easy run here. No, they're going to hand off on the inside. The inside handoff breaks it big over on the far side. Gets into Grizzly territory across the 40 and hit at the 35-yard line. And that might change things up again once for Sherwood, as they might try to get another play or 2 off here with 22 seconds to go.
Can't believe they're not calling 20 timeout there. And there it is.
There it is. They are going to call it.
Yep.
And they will try to put some more points up there. And we'll actually take a break as well. 22 seconds left to go in the second quarter. 36-0. All Sherwood. Don't go away. YamHillToday.com.
Caring creates healthier lives and healthier communities. And when you need health care, we're here for you, providing medical expertise with a human touch, right here at home, whenever you may need us. From welcoming newborns into the world to life-changing surgeries, routine health screenings to life-saving emergency care, we're here to provide compassionate, high-quality health care to you and your loved ones. From the routine to the unforeseen, we're here for you.
Scott here from Big Box Returns, say every Saturday and Sunday, 9 to 5. Come on down.
As we come back here to action, Brian Erickson along with Jeff Ivey. And Jeff, with 22 seconds to go, Sherwood comes out after the timeout, trips here on the near side, and I guarantee they've got some ideas of putting some more points on the board.
Yes, they do.
Here they go. Covert draws back. He's going to look to the left. He's going to throw across the center. Incomplete. Tried to get his guy cutting across there, and that'll stop the clock, and it'll bring up second down?
Second and 10.
Second 10.
Yeah.
All righty.
Tell you what, Brian. Well, yeah, I'm going to save it. I'm going to save it to halftime. I need something to talk about.
I got some stuff to talk about. Now, we're almost to the first half, and we haven't mentioned Taylor Swift yet.
Who?
Good answer. Travis knows who.
Okay.
Just saying.
I know. The Swifties are going crazy.
We all are. All right, here we go. 19 seconds to go. Here we go. Dropping back and looking. Calvert has all the time in the world. Throws here on the near side. Has a receiver. And incomplete. Kind of a wobbler and kind of shorted his receiver. It does drop incomplete. 14 seconds to go. 3rd and 10.
I think that was affected by the wind again, Brian. Yeah. As the wind is I'm guessing. Well, let's. You know what? Guess what we have at our. If only we had a way to know. If only we had a way to know what the wind was right now. How much of a wind approximately in McMinnville it is. It says it only says 8 miles an hour, but I gotta be honest with you, that looks more than 8 miles an hour.
Feels like 80.
Yeah, with those flags basically straight out.
Yes, it does. Calvert's going to inside handoff and nowhere there. Grizzlies sniff that out. Ball pops out as well. Grizzlies say they have it. I think they might have it, Jeff. Yeah. Let's see. They're looking at it. They're uncovering the pile, and the Grizzlies have come up with a turnover.
Hey, that's something positive.
There you go. There you go.
Something very positive. A lost fumble. So the turnover margin gets a little bit closer. With 6 seconds to go, hey, stranger things could have happened, right?
36-0 with 6 seconds to go. Grizzlies now have one play here, and Kane Sullivan comes out after talking to the official.
Didn't see who recovered that, Brian, but
I didn't either.
It was a nice job by McMinnville to stuff that inside handoff.
Kane is going to be in a shotgun form, or let's see what they decide here. They try to go for it, Jeff, or you just kind of...
I think you try for it.
All right, well, they're going to. As he draws back, he looks, he throws here on the near side. It's caught inside the 45. Make it the 46-yard line. It's going to be a first down. Yes, it is, but it's going to be a end of the quarter as well. We are here at halftime. And the Grizzlies, they trail 36-0 to the Bowmen. It has been all Sherwood here tonight. Don't go away. We've got the halftime show and much, much more coming up here on YamhillToday.com.
Transitions in life. Sometimes it's difficult. One of the biggest transitions is when a loved one leaves us. Macy & Son is there for you, a trusted friend for 5 generations in Yamhill County. At that time, you will have lots of questions, and you need someone to walk with you every step of the way. Burial or cremation, and a myriad of options. Let Macy & Son walk that journey with you. Macy & Son McMinnville, 5 generations helping with funeral and family needs.
At Willamette Valley Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, their orthopedic surgeons specialize in diagnosing, preventing, and treating disorders and injuries that affect muscles, tendons, nerves, ligaments, bones, joints, and other connective tissues. Willamette Valley Orthopedics and Sports Medicine strive to give you the highest quality of care with the most up-to-date orthopedic surgical techniques and non-operative treatments to help you get back into doing the things you enjoy. Their goal is to help you live your life to the fullest. Give them a call at 503-435-4520. Willamette Valley Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. If you are looking for a financial advisor located here in McMinnville, Bethany A. Blinn has you covered. She has a holistic approach and understands what is most important to you, using an established process to build personalized strategies and partnering with you throughout your life to help keep you on track. Her investment philosophy is a long-term approach with an emphasis on quality, durability, historical context, and common sense. Give Bethany at Edward Jones a call at 503-472-0555. And go Grizzlies! And welcome back here. Brian Earslong and Jeff Ivey. And we are here at halftime. Our score is 36-0. And Jeff, it was all Sherwood here tonight. But, it's one of those things where you got a lot to work for and you have a lot of season left. And so the Grizzlies do have some work to do, and, it's maybe not all bad.
No, I mean, there are certainly some positive things. You mentioned penalties, Brian. No penalties in that first half for McMinnville. Something to be proud of, but it's been a struggle. And I thought I saw it in warm-ups, a more athletic, quicker team. In Sherwood, and I think we saw that in the first half. Definitely scrambling ability, getting out of things, and quickness, and some moves. We saw some moves by wide receivers and running backs when McMinnville looked like they might have been in position to make a play, but a little hip shake here or a little in and out jog there, and it's been tough for McMinnville tonight, to be honest.
Yes, it has.
I must say, this is my favorite night of the year when they do Thriller.
Every
year.
It is.
So I love watching them. It looks like we might have some little kids going to join them here on the near sideline pretty soon. But it's always fun to watch the old Thriller.
It is. It's a good thing. How about you do your stats over
How about if I go
How cool would that
really
be?
quick?
Okay.
That would be.
That's kind of how I feel the first half went for the Grizzlies.
Exactly.
All right.
Well, I wouldn't call it necessarily a thriller for the Grizzlies in the first half, but there were some positives. So, they finished the first quarter with minus 12 yards, total yards. They got 49 now in the first half, so they finished that second quarter 61 total yards of offense. But looking at team stats, they did get 5 first downs, 10 for Sherwood, 341 total yards of offense for Sherwood in that first half. McMinnville 49. They both had about the same number of plays, which is a little bit surprising to me. Sherwood had 28 plays, McMinnville to 24. Passing 5 of 9 for Sherwood for 127 yards, averaging 25 yards of completion. McMinnville 4 of 9 for 83 yards through the air, for averaging just under 21 yards per completion tonight, so that's pretty good. But where it's really been, where you've seen the big difference in this ball game, is rushing. 214 yards on 19 carries for Sherwood. That's 11.3 yards every time someone touches the ball. It's a first down, basically. McMinnville, unofficially, minus 34 yards on 15 carries, averaging under 2 yards negative per play. As I mentioned, no penalties in that first half for McMinnville. 9 for 70 yards for Sherwood, so something that they're going to definitely need to work on. Had a couple illegal linemen downfield. They had a crackback block that really negated a good play, and those sort of things. 2 turnovers, 1 interception, and 1 fumble lost for McMinnville. 1 fumble lost for Sherwood on the second or third to the last play of the first half. 3 punts, averaging just under 43 yards tonight for McMinnville. Sherwood has not had to punt, and time of possession is really close at 11:59 for McMinnville, 12:01 for Sherwood. So things on the team stats really lopsided in a lot of ways for Sherwood. McMinnville, like I said, was able to put some yards in that second quarter of play. Individually speaking, Case and Covert, 5 of 9 for 127 yards, 2 touchdowns. Both of those passes going to Evan Morris for the touchdown passes. He's carried the ball 3 times for 18 yards. Wilson Medina carried the ball 5 times for 59 yards and a touchdown. Trevor Nibby also carried the ball 5 times for 45 yards and a touchdown. Jacob Miller, 3 carries for 4 yards for him tonight. Trayson Edelman, 1 carry for 50 yards, and Jackson Bernard, 2 carries for 38 yards on the game. And 3 different receivers have caught a pass tonight. Kalo Hall, 1 for 10. Evan Morris, as I mentioned, the big receiver, 3 receptions, 102 yards, and 2 touchdowns. And Alex Kelton, 1 reception for 15 yards. On the other side of the ball for McMinnville, not a lot to to talk about, really. There have been some good passes, some big pass plays, but McMinnville, unfortunately, unable to capitalize on them. Kane Sullivan, 4 of 9, 83 yards through the air, 1 interception, no touchdowns, completing 44% of his passes. On the season, he came in completing about 63% of his passes, so a little bit under what he's done in the past for this year, but he has had incredible, and I mean incredible, pressure at times in tonight's ballgame. He's been sacked 7 times so far in the first half, 9 carries, minus 53 yards. It has been a struggle for him. Some of that has been set up by some bad snaps, quite honestly, from the center in the shotgun formation. Hayden Church, 2 carries for 5 yards. Nick Gibson, leading rusher tonight, 3 carries, 16 yards. And Gabe Blanco, 1 carry for -2. Gabe does have 2 nice catches tonight for 40 yards. Walt Rosenberg, I mentioned it in the pregame, Brian. I want to get those tight ends involved. Well, he got involved in the last play of the game. I'd like to see him get a few more touches. He had a 10-yard reception on the last play of the first half. And Carson Thomas, 1 reception that looked like it might set up a possible touchdown when he was breaking down the middle of the field towards the end of the first half. The problem was it was 33 yards. The problem was 2 plays later, Kane throws an interception. So kind of put an end to that drive. Sherwood scored on 5 of their 6 offensive possessions in that first half. Their first one, they went 60 yards in 5 plays, took 2 minutes and 12 seconds off the clock, and that was a 1-yard touchdown run by none other than Trevor Nibby. On their second drive, they went 80 yards, they went 32 yards in 1 play. It was a post pass to Evan Morris, 32 yards, and basically before you blinked, it was 14-0 with about 8 minutes gone in the first quarter. They took their next kickoff, or next ball, time they got it, and they only had to go 46 yards. They went 46 yards in 3 minutes and 12 seconds on 6 plays. It was a 35-yard touchdown pass again to Evan Morris. They went for 2 points on that play and got it, so they were up 22-0. The next time they got that ball, they only had to go 33 yards. It was a 29-yard run by Trevor Nibby off the left side, and the kick was up and good, 29-0. And then their final, not their final possession, but the final possession that they scored on was a 80-yard, 8-play drive, longest of the night, in 2 minutes and 14 seconds. It was a 9-yard touchdown run by Medina, and the kick was good. And that's where we have our score, 36-0 at halftime.
Nice
Is that
job.
enough? Was that enough?
Your stats were much better with Thriller in the background.
I love it.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, it's my favorite night of the year when they do that.
All righty. Hey, we got some great stuff coming up here. We got more of the halftime show and all the fun. Don't go away. 36-0. Sherwood with the lead here at halftime. We'll be back with the halftime show. More of it coming up. Andrew Physical Therapy, Orthopedic and Sports Rehab wants to see you make a full and quick recovery so that you can get back into life and the things that you like to do. Their friendly staff will listen and encourage and guide you through each step of the rehabilitation process, from low back pain to post-surgical rehabilitation after a shoulder surgery or knee replacement. They are here to help. They also offer treatment for sports injuries and hands-on personal training for those who want to perform at their athletic best. Andrew Physical Therapy, Orthopedic, and Sports Rehab. Give them a call at 503-435-1900.
Transitions in life. Sometimes it's difficult. One of the biggest transitions is when a loved one leaves us. Macy & Son is there for you, a trusted friend for 5 generations in Yamhill County. At that time, you will have lots of questions, and you need someone to walk with you every step of the way. Burial or cremation, and a myriad of options. Let Macy & Son walk that journey with you. Macy & Son McMinnville, 5 generations helping with funeral and family needs.
What is Big Box Returns?
Big Box is rugs. Big Box is refrigerators.
Big Box is pillows.
Big Box is air filters. Big Box is luggage. Big Box is sporting goods and American Girl movie night.
Big Box is flooring.
Big Box is bedding. So that means Big Box is lighting.
Big Box Returns. Open Saturday and Sunday, 9 to 5.
McMinnville Les Schwab is a proud sponsor of Grizzly football on Yamhill today. When you shop at Les Schwab, they promise you the best tire value. This means you get free peace of mind protection and free lifetime tire and mileage care included in your purchase. McMinnville Les Schwab. They want to be the neighbor down the street you know and trust. We thank McMinnville Les Schwab for their support of McMinnville Grizzly football.
As we come back here, Brian Erickson along with Jeff Ivey. We are here at halftime, and it has been all Sherwood here. And if you want, Jeff, you're more than welcome to take a break if you want. Yeah. All right, Jeff's going to take a little break. So he's got to go pick up all the stats and stuff, all the papers he throws around when he's doing it. He's got to go pick those up and clean up and get ready for halftime for the second half. So we'll go ahead and give you some scores. A score we have to you from South Salem. It is South Salem 42, McNary nothing, and there's still a minute 46 to go in the second quarter. So South Salem all over my Celtics big time here tonight. Other scores for you. West Salem on top of Sprague, 21-7. Jeff didn't hear that, but I'll make sure he does. He heard it. Okay. North Salem on top of Grants Pass, 15-14. There's a game right there. It'll be interesting to see how that one ends up. Let's see other scores. Don't have a score from Jefferson, who is at Amity right now, and Scio, who is at Dayton. So there's some big games going on around Yamhill County here tonight. Banks 7, Kennedy nothing. And let's see some other scores from yesterday I want to pass along as well. McKay 42, Central 15, Dallas 42, Corvallis 14, and it was St. Paul 57 and Duffer 0. Those were scores from yesterday. Other 6A scores from around the state. Franklin 16, Grant 7. It's Wells 22, Jefferson nothing, Cleveland on top of McDaniel 8-0 after 1, and Jesuit 14, Westview nothing. That's at halftime. Mountainside 14, Sunset 7. And those are, I think, most of our 6A scores we have. I actually got a few more. Let me throw these out here to you. Nelson 14, Barlow nothing. And Sheldon, 21, South Medford, nothing. North Salem, I give you that score on top of Grants Pass, 15-14. And, Jeff, you heard the Sprague one, so I'm glad about that. Okay, South Albany trailing to West Albany, 7-6 at halftime. Bend taking on Summit. Summit leads 13-6. And Redmond on top of Mountain View right now, 10-7. And let's see, Crater 7, Willamette nothing. Thurston 33, Eagle Point 6. And Lebanon defeats Woodburn in a forfeit. I always thought forfeit was 2-0.
I did too.
I always see 1-0 now in OSAA.
Okay,
so.
That's interesting. I was going to say we got a Springfield score.
I'm looking.
Okay, I'm hoping.
I'm looking. I know they're at Churchill. And no score yet, so I'll see. Maybe I'll do a.
Will you do a check-in with the producer?
Check-in, yes. I'll check in with the producer's sister-in-law.
Okay,
I guess would be mine as well.
Well, so co-executive producer then.
Yes, gonna get
or
that
associate
title.
Producer. However they do that, right?
Whatever, as long as they get credit, right?
Yep.
So we're going to see if we get a Springfield score for you. I will be able to bring you Springfield updates next week if I want. Well, if I want to.
You're going to go to the game?
Possibly.
Yeah.
Maybe going to the McNary or to the South Salem game.
Oh, who they play? Is it the Governor's Cup?
No, it can't be. Let me see. You asked me these questions. I'm 1 week at a time, Jeff.
But here's the deal. I expect you to be prepared for questions like that.
1 week at a time, right? Isn't that what we tell our...
yes. Well, I think it's 1 day at a time at times. Let's get through today. Let's get through the next 30 minutes. How about that?
Okay, 30 minutes is good, too. But it's usually one week at a time. Then you think about the next team. That's how all the coaches do it, right?
Yes, I know.
That's how I did it in golf.
Well.
Yeah, right. Let's see. Here
weren't they always the same teams?
Yeah. We just beat them all.
Yeah.
That's all we did.
That's true.
Not all the time, though.
Is it Governor's Cup?
It is Roseburg. At home. So Yeah,
It's disappointing.
Well, they didn't. I know they didn't have to travel. I knew it was a home game. So, and then it's Sprague, and then it's the Governor's Cup at home.
End of the season at the
End
Governor's
of the
Cup.
season. And
Okay.
North Salem playing some
They're
pretty
playing
decent football.
some pretty
right now.
decent football. But have you noticed? I just remember at the beginning of the year there were some teams at the top and
yeah.
some teams at the bottom. The cream is starting to rise, and some teams are starting to go down to where they normally are.
Well, let's talk about that. Let's talk and see where we've got our rankings.
Yeah, McMinnville's like 24.
West Lynn is number
Yep.
1. Tualatin number
Yep.
2. Lako is
Yep.
number 3.
South
Salem Saxon's number 4,
Yeah.
baby.
Oh, Central Catholic coming back to
Number
5.
5.
Yeah.
Tiger loses yesterday
Yeah.
to Lake Ridge. Lost pretty bad.
Yeah, but they're
despite
still-
having the footage, they're 6th, and this is before this week. And you drop down
Well,
to
look where Sherwood is.
number 9,
Uh-huh.
and so there's some good teams there.
Yeah.
North Salem number 16.
They
now.
were number 1.
Yes, they were. Newburgh is number 18.
They were top 10.
They were. Jesuit at number 19.
Yeah, they were 43.
with a 1-4 record. They
Yes.
win a ball game
Yeah.
and they jump 20 spots.
Yeah, them and Sheldon were the worst 2 teams in the league after weeks 1 and 2, I do believe.
And I say jump 20 spots.
Yeah.
They jump 24 spots, I
yeah,
think. 23
it's
spots.
crazy. McMinnville, solid 24.
Solid 24.
Yeah.
Who are you looking for? Anybody
No,
make a trade for
I'm
him?
just,
Okay. Oh,
it's
okay.
just, where's Sheldon?
Gresham's 44, by the way.
Gresham, okay, where's Sheldon, though? They've
Sheldon.
come up because them and Jesuit were the 2 worst teams after the first 2 weeks. They were at the bottom. I took a screenshot of it.
Sheldon's number 20.
Yeah, so they've popped up a lot too, like Jesuit.
Yes,
so
they have.
it the cream rises, and well, I hope a lot of moms and dads got screenshots of their kids' teams being number 1 and 2. What do we got here? You got breaking news? Something. He's texting. McMinnville's getting ready to receive the kickoff here. So we're getting ready to start the second half of play.
Yes, we are. As we get ready to go, here we go. That was the best halftime show ever.
Might have been.
It might have been one of the most fun. And we didn't even mention Taylor Swift. Here's the pickup about the 10, across 15 and 20, 25, 30, and hit down near the 29-yard line. Nice return for the Grizzlies as they'll come back now and see if they can get something going. Springfield leads 14-0.
Halftime?
Third quarter, 8:29 to go.
Okay, so past halftime. Good for them.
Yeah, that's great to hear. Go Mellas. Okay, here we go. Back to action here, Jeff. Defense, you need them to get some things going.
You got some younger guys in there now for McMinnville,
Right.
or for Sherwood, Brian.
Right, but you got to concentrate on your offense.
You
now.
do.
As we come up here and we got a handoff, going to go to the far side and going nowhere. That's Gabe Blanco. And these are guys who they do a lot of running both sides of the ball, and they're starting to get tired.
Yep.
But you've got to get things going, and
Yep.
you've got to get this offense rolling. The defense, yeah, sure, you gave up 36 points, but your offense was stymied the entire first half.
It was, and now you're going up against some second-teamers, Brian, in there, and they shot the gap and made a nice 5-yard tackle for the loss of Gabe Blanco.
You gonna make any predictions tonight
As far as
in the game?
this game?
Yeah.
Oh,
Let me do some of your math there.
let's see.
As we get here, shotgun formation for Kane. Kane's going to look here in the near side. He's going to throw here in the near side, and he's going to get his, I guess it'd be more of a back there, and that's going to be Blanco, who's going to be taken back for a loss of about 3 yards, maybe 2.5.
wow.
Yeah, I mean, the plays there, they set it up, took some time, but they're making open field tackles and making some
are.
good plays. This is a good Sherwood team. Impressed me.
Yeah, loss of 2 on that play. Gabe's going the wrong way on his reception total. I mean, he got 3, but now he doesn't have 40 yards. He's got 38.
Oh, look at that. You did quick math there.
That was. Well, it's actually the computer.
Okay. Good thing. We're at 9:54 to go. Oh, folks, we got more of this coming. There's a double pump there by Keene. Now he's going to be flushed out. He's just going to get rid of it, throws it up, and incomplete. Really nobody there for the Grizzlies, and it drops incomplete, and it's going to bring up 4th down for McMinnville. The defense for the Bowmen started right where they left off.
Yes, they did. We're going to be at about 9 minutes as the clock does not stop in the second half.
No, running clock as Evan Morris is back to receive Morris, he's 6'3", Jeff, and
look, he's huge.
185. Yeah, you mentioned that earlier, and he's hard to stop. And they got two guys back there. They're setting up for a return here. Here's the punt. Here's the snap, and they get it off. And let's see, it's going to go to the right side, and it's going to bounce. And Bowman's going to take it, going to break one tackle, a second tackle. And actually, wait, the ball's coming here on the near side, I should say, the far side. And there's flags come flying in. And that was kind of weird, almost like a handoff there, I guess, because it fooled me. And that's Andrew Wolatic, who ended up with the ball. But we've got four flags in the middle of the field.
Every flag that has been invented on this field tonight is right there in the middle of the field, or thrown tonight is right there. So apparently 4 officials at least saw that penalty, whatever it's going to be.
I don't know if you can call it blatant, but this is pretty close to. Or either that or they have 4 different calls, right?
Penalties, wouldn't that just be the kicker?
You know, we did have a flag. We were late coming back from break, and they waved it off.
Yes, they did.
So we've had a wave off in every game this year, Jeff.
Yeah, why? Yeah, don't get me started.
Just saying, just want to keep the tally. I mean, not that we have to comment on it, but we have it, right?
That's exactly right. 10-yard block in the back penalty there.
That's a tough one.
From the 46-yard line of McMinnville, they're going to start this drive.
Interesting thing, though, is with the clock not stopping, it goes pretty quickly on penalties. Dropping back, they're going to throw. They're going to throw to the end zone, have a receiver, and it is incomplete. Pass was intended for Morris. They are still trying to put some points on the board, Jeff. Wow, they had Morris down there streaking. He had this guy beat. Passes was not there.
Yep, he had an opportunity to score a quick touchdown right there, Brian. But as it is, ball's incomplete. But you know what? The clock's moving.
We're at 7:25 already.
Yeah.
As we have hit the 8:26 mark. Here we go. It is
We're going to
be
beat our record. That's all I'm saying.
2nd down and 10. Here we go. Under center. And here is the handoff to the last back he can hand it to, and he breaks one tackle. Second tackle, stutter step, still on his feet going forward, and then flings himself inside the 28-yard line. And just too easy there. And that time it was Medina once again.
Medina gets 18 yards and another first down for Sherwood.
Medina has been very effective. This is a Sherwood team that we'll see in the playoffs go deep, I think, Jeff. This is the best team I've seen all year.
Yeah, they've got it all. They can pass, they can run, they can, on defense, they can stunt you, they can blitz you, they can control the line of scrimmage, they can get off your blocks. This is impressive.
Here we go. They're going to just do a fake delayed handoff. Nibby's going to get it. He's going to cut it in. He's going to break one tackle. He cuts it inside. He breaks a second tackle, and he gets a first down or more inside the 15-yard line. Trevor Nibby, the senior, he makes it look so easy, but it's all started there by their quarterback, Covert. And Covert's the perfect name because you cannot tell where that ball is going to go.
Well, and then McMinnville, they did have a player in the backfield to make a possible play, but they whiffed on it. The arm tackling just isn't going to get it done, and Nibby used his great athleticism to get 13 yards.
Here's the handoff, going to go this way, follows some blockers around the left side, and then tripped up at the 10-yard line. Nibby could not get it, and I believe that was that the Church? It was Hayden Church coming up with the tackle. However, good play, still 5 yards.
Nibby would have probably scored a touchdown had Church not made that tackle from behind at the ankles to bring him down. And, I got to be honest, I'm a little surprised that all the starters are still out there on offense for Sherwood, but maybe you want to have them come out and just do a series in this third quarter, Brian, which is nearly gone.
Here we go, Covert. He's going to get it right up the middle, and just making it so easy is Edelman, and he just kind of waltzes up the middle and scores. And once again, they add on to the lead to make it 42-0.
Too easy right up the middle, as you mentioned it, Brian. And the big fella, the 220-pound back, his second carry tonight before it results in a touchdown. He's got 59 yards on 2 carries, I will say.
It's impressive.
Yeah.
This whole game has been impressive for this team here. As they come on to kick, the snap is high, and the kick is up. And the kick is good by Cooper Glass. That makes it 43-0. 0 with 4:25 to go. Don't go away. We've got more coming up here on YamhillToday.com.
At Willamette Valley Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, their orthopedic surgeons specialize in diagnosing, preventing, and treating disorders and injuries that affect muscles, tendons, nerves, ligaments, bones, joints, and other connective tissues. Willamette Valley Orthopedics and Sports Medicine strive to give you the highest quality of care with the most up-to-date orthopedic surgical techniques and non-operative treatments to help you get back into doing the things you enjoy. Their goal is to help you live your life to the fullest. Give them a call at 503-435-4520. Willamette Valley Orthopedics and Sports Medicine.
Scott here from Big Box Returns, say every Saturday and Sunday, 9 to 5. Come on down.
As we come back here, Brian Erickson along with Jeff Ivey, 4:21 to go here in the third quarter. 43-0. It's Sherwood. They added to their lead. Here is the kick, and it's going to be taken. Let's see. Area on the far side. Goes across the 15, the 20, and a huge hit. And they're going to mark him around the 18-yard line. And the special teams looking pretty good for the Sherwood team as well.
Most teams have been looking pretty good for special teams, defensive team, offensive team. They've all been looking pretty good.
Well, Jeff, we talked about their points scored. 52 points last week, 36 the week before, 29 before that, 36 before that, and 43 tonight.
Well, if they get through the third quarter without giving any points, they will have gone 19 quarters without giving up any points. 4 games and 3 quarters.
That's impressive.
That's impressive.
That's impressive.
I don't care who you are.
And what division you're at. Here they go. They go on their far side. Really nothing there. Good stop there by the Bowmen on the far side. And we hit the 3:23 to go.
Look like Gabe Blanco on the run again. We're going to lose 3 more.
And there at one point, Jeff, late into the second quarter, they were at almost 0 yards or negative yards, so a big play.
Yep.
And they got to be careful.
Well, they've lost 10 yards in this. At halftime, they had 49 total yards. Now they have 39 total yards. So,
got to be careful. Sullivan, shotgun formation. He's going to throw it. He's going to look here. He's going to dump it off, and it is incomplete. He tried to dump it off here just to his tight end, I believe, or his Rosenberg. And amazingly, he overthrew Rosenberg, who's 6'6".
He's tall. That's hard to do. Yeah. And again, I'm glad to see they're trying to get the tight end in play a little bit more. It gives teams one more player to think about, and not just focusing on 2 or 3 out of the backfield or wide receiver position, but a tight end can certainly make some big plays at times. So
it's like we hear about tight ends all the time now, doesn't it?
Yeah.
2:20 to go, and here we go. Sullivan drops back. He throws across the center, almost a little screen play right up in the middle, and it's going to be a gain of about 4 yards to the 20-yard line. Actually, more like 5 or 6 yards. They're going to mark her at the 20-yard line.
Well, Nick Gibson with the reception there, Brian. Nice little play. They faked everything to the right, and 6 yards on the pass play, but brings up 4th and a long play here. What do? You
got to punt it. And that's what they're showing they're going to do.
Yep.
1:45 and counting. Grizzlies are going to punt. They're going to take some time. I think they're trying to take some time off the clock is what they're trying to do now. And they get it. Here's the snap. It's good. And it's going to be a kick. It's going to be a wobbly kick. And it's going to be taken right here. It doesn't even go into Bowman territory, but the Bowman line up, and they down it at about the 48-yard line. And they'll have great field position with 1:21 to go here in the third quarter. Leading 43-0. Just a reminder, we'll be back on the air Thursday night against Glencoe at Glencoe. We'll bring you all the action here on YamhillToday.com, and should be a fun one. And after that, on the 20th, we'll be back here at home as the Grizzlies take on Liberty, and then we finish out the regular season on the road at Century.
3 winnable games coming up for McMinnville. They got to put these 3 losses behind them.
Yeah, they
started off really good this season, Brian.
It's been the tale of 2 seasons, right?
Yeah.
And you're right, though. They have to put them behind them as they hand off.
Falls on the ground.
And let's see. And I think Bowman come up with it. They're going to say Grizzlies come up with it, Jeff.
Yeah.
There we go. They do, and that's going to be Landon Fay, who comes up with the fumble recovery with 23 seconds to go here in the quarter. And Grizzlies have come up now with 2 turnovers.
Yeah, and that was the running back in there, number 21, Ben Totsky, with the fumble.
As Grizzlies are going to come out here. Are they even going to get it off down to 5 seconds? Sullivan might try to, but he's taking his time, way too much time. And they're not going to. That's going to end the quarter of play. So after 3, our score is 43-0. Sherwood with the lead. Don't go away. 4th quarter coming up here on YamhillToday.com.
At Willamette Valley Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, their orthopedic surgeons specialize in diagnosing, preventing, and treating disorders and injuries that affect muscles, tendons, nerves, ligaments, bones, joints, and other connective tissues. Willamette Valley Orthopedics and Sports Medicine strive to give you the highest quality of care with the most up-to-date orthopedic surgical techniques and non-operative treatments to help you get back into doing the things you enjoy. Their goal is to help you live your life to the fullest. Give them a call at 503-435-4520. Willamette Valley Orthopedics and Sports Medicine.
Grizzly Nation, wake up! I'm here at Big Box Returns, and now I'm excited for the next second half of football. Here at Big Box Returns, we've got loads of deals. So come on down the weekend after the game and find some amazing things. Go Grizzlies!
As we come back here, Grizzlies have the ball, and they're going to switch their way they're going. And here's the direct snap, and going to go forward for a gain of a couple. That's Kane Sullivan. As we've hit the 11:44 mark to go here in the 4th quarter.
Kane comes up hobbling just a little bit more, Brian. And you can kind of see he's not wanting to put the left leg's bothering him. There's no doubt about it.
2nd down and 8. Sullivan draws back, and he's going to hand it off. Going to go right here. Gibson has the ball, and he almost loses it, and he's going to be taken down at the 45-yard line. And was that Gibson trying to?
Yep.
Okay, I thought so. Was trying to look at the glass and saw the pole at the very end. It's like, hey, hello. It is going to bring up 3rd down and 3 now as we hit the 11-minute mark to go in this ball game.
And a lot of wholesale changes. Still got the starting middle linebacker in there, probably the team quarterback on the defense for Sherwood, but a lot of backups now playing in the football game for them.
Sullivan with Gibson with him in the backfield.
Yep, false start.
And, First
one of the night.
Penalty of the night for the Grizzlies.
Yeah.
Comes in the 4th quarter. Weird, though. I mean, you're down 43-0.
Yeah.
But running clock. Still, we'll take it, right?
For sure.
Okay.
For sure. But it backs them up to the 49-yard line. So instead of 3rd and 4, it's 3rd and instead of 3rd and 3, it's 3rd and 8.
Moving on back. Alrighty, we are in the 4th quarter, as I said. Clock continues to run. Sullivan draws back, looking. He's got pressure. He throws here on the near side, and it is going to be incomplete.
I like that combination here. The wide receivers, though, were one streaking down the sideline, clearing out for the undercut right there, and unfortunately, Bryce Wilson just unable to come up with that.
Yeah, it was just a little short. Unfortunately, he could not come up with that reception, and that would have been nice. We haven't really heard much from Bryce tonight.
Yeah. 4th and 8 here. Under 9.5 to go in the 4th quarter. Running clock.
Sullivan's going to roll to the right. He's going to jump it off, and it's incomplete. He saw his guy there, and I think just looking up before he caught it, unfortunately, may have been Gibson. It is incomplete, and now you turn it over, Jeff, and it's going to be Sherwood ball. And Kane's going to come off, and it's like he's still a little bit of pain over here on the near side. I'm going to talk to one of the coaches. We're at 8:56 and counting, and I believe that Sherwood has got some new guys in there.
That they do. But they have just had tremendous field position. Brian started their average drive on the 44-yard line tonight. That is crazy. Little confusion here for Sherwood, trying to get the right players in there.
Make sure you don't break the huddle.
Yeah.
And one guy over on the far side. This still might be a flag. Let's see. They're coming up here quickly. Oh, they're going to get it off. All right. Just kind of interesting the way they all started to do it. They're going to hand off from the far side. Going to break one tackle. Second tackle go on is across the 40, 35. Stiff arms. Gets on the tight rope on the sideline. And then pushed out of bounds. A nice run there by Jacob Miller.
Yep. Watching him in warm-ups tonight, Brian, thought he might be the starting running back. That tells you how good he is.
Yeah, we have Jackson Bell, who is the quarterback in there now. Bell is a junior, 6 foot, 170 pounds. And we're down to 7:45 to go. Sherwood will probably be very vanilla in their offense here. Try to just get some guys the ball and not do much as Bell hands it off. Breaking right through the pile and going forward for a gain of about 4 or 5 yards. Well, there's an 8 on there, I believe.
I think it's 28.
Well, there is no 28,
Yep.
so, is it 28? It is. So Noname has entered the building.
Nice.
We have Noname once again entering the building as
He's in the house.
He does, and he got a nice run of 4 yards.
Yeah.
He's in the record book.
Yeah.
All righty, Noname is going to stay there in the backfield. We're going to see a bunch of him tonight. It's always good when he makes an appearance.
He's made quite a few appearances so far this year, too.
Yes, he has. Here we go. Hand off to Noname. He's going to break one tackle. Still on his feet. Goes forward. Fighting. Noname's pushing. Gets maybe a yard to the 25-yard line. 6:44 and counting. That's the jersey I want is Noname.
Wouldn't that be awesome? McMinnville also getting some new guys in there, fresh guys, which is good to see. Get them some playing experience. Brian, never hurts.
No, it doesn't.
Never hurts.
Especially when you got lots of football left. You still have 3 games and then possibly a playoff game.
Yeah.
As we are down to 6:19 and counting. And, Jeff, it's going to be very close to getting to our record time. Yeah.
I think we're going to meet it. I think we're going to make it.
Yeah, I think so, too. Here we go. One receiver here on the near side. Here's the handoff. Going to go to the right side, break it up, and breaks one tackle. 2 tackles, gets out of 20, 10, 5, touchdown. Noname?
No, that was number 20.
That was 20?
Yep, that was 20.
Okay, that was Waltek, and he came in there, and Wolatek just did a good job of just breaking it to the right side and following his blockers, Jeff.
Yep, he did, and there was some speed there, Brian. The backup's got speed. Oh,
when your backup has speed, you know you've got something going.
Yep.
49-0 now, pending the extra point as they come on to kick the extra point now. Here's the kick. It is up, and the kick is good. It wasn't good by much, but it was good. Our score is 50-0, 5:14 to go here in the ball game. Don't go away. We'll be right back.
At Willamette Valley Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, their orthopedic surgeons specialize in diagnosing, preventing, and treating disorders and injuries that affect muscles, tendons, nerves, ligaments, bones, joints, and other connective tissues. Willamette Valley Orthopedics and Sports Medicine strive to give you the highest quality of care with the most up-to-date orthopedic surgical techniques and non-operative treatments to help you get back into doing the things you enjoy. Their goal is to help you live your life to the fullest. Give them a call at 503-435-4520. Willamette Valley Orthopedics and Sports Medicine.
And welcome back here. Brian Harris along with Jeff Ivey. Our score is 50-0 with 5:13 to go. And Jeff, the one bright spot is if the Grizzlies can return it, it's DQ for everybody. Dilly bars.
I would go for that.
Yes, dilly bars for everybody. If the Grizzlies can return a kickoff or a punt for a touchdown. That's, of course, from Scott over at Big Box Returns. Let's see if we can get something here.
Nope.
Not going to happen. That ball is kicked deep.
Well, the wind may have helped with that. But, hey, Brian, here's a stat for you.
Yeah.
In the last 5 games,
yes.
We haven't even finished this game yet, but in the last 5 games, Sherwood has outscored their opponents 203-0.
And overall, it's even, they give
overall it would be 239-21.
Wow.
Is that crazy?
It's crazy. They've had a running clock. 1, 2, 3 of the last 4 games, 4 of the last 5 games now.
Yep.
This is a good football team, folks. We're going to see a lot more from them throughout the year.
Yeah.
Should be fun to watch as we've got 4:24 and counting.
New quarterback in there for McMinnville.
Here's the handoff. Right, go the first back, going through, breaking one tackle, gets into the secondary.
Like Gibson.
And nice run there for the Grizzlies. Drew Bijan is the quarterback.
And Gibson up the middle for a first down.
Nice to see that.
To the 31-yard line, so 11 yards there. Going to help the stats a little bit. Coming into this drive, Brian, McMinnville had a total of 46 yards on offense.
Here's Gibson once again. He's going to break through, and he gets in the secondary. And you've got a lot of fresh jerseys out there for both teams. And it's going to be a gain of about 4 yards, maybe 5, to the 36-yard line.
Yep, they move it up a little bit.
We'll take that, definitely. As we're at 3:32 and counting. Would be surprised if they decided to throw the ball here, as they do have the wind going against them. Then they throw it here, and it's going to be Strong, and Strong's going to be taken down, and he's going to lose a couple yards. Good job there defensively by the Bowmen. I think the first person getting in there and making that play was Jake Bailiff, the senior.
And there you can see that quickness, even in the backups of Sherwood, diagnosed that play quick and came up and made a nice play on Strong as he tried to get upfield. Loss of 2.
3 receivers on the far side. Now he's going to bring up 3rd and 7. Dropping back, looking to the right, throwing to the right, has a receiver. It's incomplete. He's got to jump on it, though. Okay, it is incomplete. Make sure it wasn't thrown backwards. It's going to bring up 4th down for the Grizzlies as they will come out to punt once again. And clock continues to go at 2:28 and counting. This is a good Sherwood team, Jeff. That's all I can say.
That's all you can say at this point.
Oh, yeah. Make sure you stay tuned for the post-game show. We'll bring you some stats and bring you some scores from around the state. As Church is on to punt for McMinnville as we've hit the 2:08 mark. Here's the snap. It's pretty good. He gets a kick. It's going to be a high, wobbly one. Going to bounce right near the Grizzly sideline, and it's going to go out of bounds to the 44-yard line. So no return. It's not a bad punt. We'll take that.
Yep. With a minute and 50 left, Sherwood's going to take the ball over. So 1 or 2 plays, and this game will be over, is my guess.
Yeah, I don't think they'll try to do much here, as they might decide to just kind of run it up the middle, but that has been effective for them tonight. Everything's been effective for them.
I was going to say, pretty much everything's been effective.
As Jackson Bell comes back out to quarterback for Sherwood, and they broke the huddle, and one guy goes off. Okay. They're just going to get into a victory formation here with 1:15. They're going to wait to the last second, and they do take the snap. And they'll do that here, and that will end the ball game here with 2 more snaps, I believe. What we need here, as the Grizzlies are going to lose this game 50-0. It has been all Sherwood here tonight, and they're going to get some guys some playing time as they move some other guys out and some more guys in and give back in that victory formation probably for one last time. Let's see what they decide to do here. Well, they may have to go for one more time. At 32 seconds now.
Well, the officials are taking their time to set the ball down, and
that will.
And we're done.
Yes, we are. They are going to say, you know what, let's call it good right now, and that will be the end of the ball game here in 15 seconds as the Grizzlies are going to go down to defeat from a number 8 ranked Sherwood team. And Jeff, we're going to see the Sherwood team later on in the playoffs, and rightfully so.
Yeah.
This is a good team.
They are a really, really good team, Brian, and they held McMinnville to 11 yards in the second half. 11.
Wow. And overall, under like 60, right?
Exactly 60.
Look at that.
434 total yards to 60.
Wow.
Yeah, they dominated this game tonight.
Yes, they did.
No doubt about it.
All right, we'll come back. We'll talk about all the fun stuff. Jeff, let's go ahead and just do it now. Let's just go over stats now and say, hey, you know what?
You can't learn anything from the film.
We've got a short week.
Yeah.
We've got Thursday coming up.
We do. We got to go home and hydrate.
Yes. Yes, that's what I'm doing.
We got to stretch. We got to. I was going to say, look at the game film. No, probably not. We don't need to. It was a tough game, Brian. Let's be honest. Just too much speed, too much athleticism on the Sherwood side of the ball. They came in with a game plan and they executed it nearly to perfection. 434 yards of total offense to 60 for McMinnville. 307 on the ground for Sherwood, minus 19 on the night for McMinnville. So big numbers there. Hey, McMinnville, only one penalty tonight for 5 yards. That's great. Both teams with 2 turnovers. Really inconsequential for Sherwood at the times that they happen. But, you're even on the turnover numbers. We look at some of the individual statistics tonight. Kazan Covert finished 5 of 10, only 5 of 10, 127 yards, 2 touchdowns. But he didn't need to pass the ball much when you got guys running, like Wilson Medina, 6 carries, 77 yards and a touchdown. Trevor Nibby, 7 for 64 and 2 touchdowns. You had Trayson Edelman, 2 carries for 59 yards and a touchdown. I mean, it just goes on, and you didn't even have to throw a pass. Well, you threw one pass in the second half that wasn't even – it was an incomplete. Evan Morse ended the night the leading receiver for Sherwood, 102 yards on 3 catches, all in the first half with 2 touchdowns. McMinnville, boy, it was just a struggle all around tonight. Kane Sullivan finishes 5 of 14 for 81 yards, 36% completion. Drew Bizon, 2 attempts, 1 completion for minus 2 yards. Kane Sullivan just 7 sacked 7 times tonight, 10 carries, minus 51 yards. And when your offensive centerpiece is struggling, Sherwood was really good, so that's why he was struggling. He ends up with minus 51 yards. That's just really tough to come back from. Nick Gibson tonight carried the ball 6 times for 37 yards. He's the leading rusher tonight, and the leading receiver tonight was Gabe Blanco, 3 receptions for 38 yards. Carson Thomas also did have 1 reception for 33 yards. So just all around, just domination from the get-go by Sherwood. Scored 22 in the first quarter, 14 in the second, 7 and 7 to finish out the game at 50-0. That's what you got.
That's a lot.
That is.
It's a lot, and it's it tells the whole story there. But the good thing is a short week, Jeff.
Yeah.
And so you can forget about this game and start thinking about what's coming up, and that'd be Glencoe.
That would be Glencoe in a road game. You're going to have a chance to win that one, Brian. You got to have a good week of practice now, and it's a shorter week. Instead of getting the full 7 days between games, you got 6. So,
right.
You need to kind of have some urgency to get good practices in this week, get some guys healthy, and hopefully you can come out and get back on track offensively because the last 3 games, honestly, have been a struggle for McMinnville. Last week they did score 20 points and actually had the lead, but just couldn't hold on to it. So need to put up some points next week to get back, get feeling good about yourself as you head into the final 3 games of the season.
Glencoe coming into next week's game. They're playing Century right now. Don't have an update yet, but they have lost 3 in a row, Glencoe, as they lost to Tigard, Redmond, and Liberty. And right now they are 1-4 on the season going into tonight's game. So the Grizzlies will have a good chance next week. But as you say, Jeff, you got to play the game.
Yep.
All righty. So final score here, 50-0. Other scores to tell you about that we promise you we need to get to you. Dayton on top of Scio, 22-6.
That's a big game. Those are 2 highly ranked teams.
Yes, it is. Should be fun. We can almost go over and see some of that if you'd like. South Salem on top of McNary in the third, 55-0.
Wow.
Sprague losing to West Salem, 27-7 at halftime. Grants Pass losing to North Salem, 15-14 at halftime as well. And let's see other scores we need to pass along. Perrydale Pirates won 68-18 against Chiloquin.
Hey, I got a quick question for you.
Yes.
Did you hear that the Utah football team, what they got as part of their NIL deal? Every player on the football team? They got 4x4 trucks. Did you hear that?
I did not hear that.
Okay, so guess what?
Yes.
I'm not going to say it. Never mind. I'll tell you off the air.
All right.
No.
Good night, everybody.
No,
Bye.
it's not that bad. I'm just having a pause. Anyways, it's something funny. I'll tell you.
Look at you being all grown up. And
Well, I want to. You know what? We can still get out of here by 9.
okay, here we go.
Teasing.
Franklin 16, Grant 7, Wells 46, Jefferson 12.
This is like those betting lines where they tell you the numbers to call at the end really quickly. I'm teasing.
We'll get through this. McDaniel 14, Cleveland 8, Jesuit 14, Westview nothing, Mountainside 14, Sunset 7, and let's see, Sheldon 21, South Medford nothing, and let's see, I think that was all that I had for you, and I had a Springfield score for you, and that was 14-0 against Thurston. So that was in the third quarter. So
Yeah.
that's all I got, Jeff. And our final score here, 50-0. Just a reminder that we will be back with you on Thursday night. So make sure you tune in as the Grizzlies will take on Glencoe, the Crimson Tide.
It'll be fun.
Yes, it will. All righty. Hey, it was fun.
It was a good game.
It was interesting.
It was fun to call.
It was. Always is.
Yep.
Thank you, Jeff. We'll see you, and who knows? We'll have a big announcement coming up soon.
Hopefully.
We hope. Oh, we hope. Final score, 50-0. It was all Sherwood, but thank you for keeping it tuned here to Yamhill today. I'm Brian for Command Central. Jackie, Maya, thank you so much. Everybody listening at home, that's Jeff Ivy. Good night, everybody.
It's time for high school football here on YamhillToday.com.
Sullivan's going to hand off to Rapp. Right up the middle. Breaks one tackle, two tackles. Then he go into the end zone. Touchdown, Grizzlies. Dropping back at Sullivan. He double pumps. He goes to the far side. Has a man wide open. And it's caught. And it's going to be touchdown, Grizzlies.
This season's broadcast is brought to you by Willamette Valley Medical Center, Andrew Physical Therapy, Bethany Abe Lynn at Edward Jones, Big Box Returns, Les Schwab Tires of McMinnville, Macy & Sons Funeral Directors, and Willamette Valley Orthopedic and Sports Medicine.
They're going to throw it. Sullivan throws across the middle. It is caught and walking into the end zone. Touchdown, Grizzlies is Gabe Blanco.
Now let's head over to the press box. Here's Jeff Ivy and Brian Erickson.